Hey art friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw Melody, Moosical, fan-made smiling critter from Poppy Playtime 3. So first let's get started, and we're going to start by drawing the nose in the center. So we're going to start by curving this line around and then in towards the middle. Starting at a point now, we're going to curve this line back around and then in towards the bottom. For the nostrils, we're going to curve a small line that arches out on either side. Let's draw in our eyes now. So coming over, leaving a small gap on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line up and over for the bottom of the eye. On the inside, we're going to curve this line past our nose on the top, arching this up and then in. And now starting back on this line, we're going to continue to just curve this around and then down. Now on the right-hand side, we're going to curve this line around and then up. And then on the top, we're going to curve this line back around and then down on the right-hand side. Moving over towards the inside now, we're going to draw in a nice big oval for the center of the eye. And then coming over towards the left, we'll replicate that, making this one slightly bigger. Now let's draw in the mouth. So on the right-hand side, we're going to draw in a small curved line from left to right for the corner. And then we'll come down on a diagonal, and on the left-hand side, we're going to replicate that, just making this slightly bigger. On the right-hand side now, let's curve this line around and then up towards the corner. And then we'll do the same thing on the left, arching this around and then up. On the bottom, let's close off the bottom of the mouth now, curving this line all the way around and then up on the right-hand side. For the tongue, we're going to curve this line over and then down on the left-hand side. And then moving over to the right, we're going to curve this up and then back down. For the cheek now, on the right-hand side, let's curve this line around and then in towards the middle. And then flipping over towards the left-hand side, we'll replicate that, curving that out and then back in, and we're just going to blend that in on the bottom line. Let's draw in the left ear first. So coming up, we're going to curve this line around and then up. In the corner, we're going to curve this line around and then down. Up above that now, we're going to arch this line up and then down on the right-hand side. In the corner now, we're going to curve this line around and then up. And then starting on that top line, we're going to round that out, curving this around and then back up and in. To the right of this for the horn, we're going to curve this line up. On the top, we're going to curve this line in. And then starting at the point, we're going to bring a diagonal line in towards the ear. Closing off the top of the head now from the corner here, we're going to curve this line around and then down towards the cheek. For the horn on the top, we're going to curve this line up and then back down. For the eyebrows, we're going to arch this line around and then down. And then we'll do the same thing over on the right. Now let's draw in our right ear. So on the top, we're going to curve this line around and then down. To the right of this, let's curve this line up. And then starting at the point here, we're going to curve this line all the way around and then in. Underneath this now, we're going to curve this line across and then back in towards the side. On the left-hand side now, we're going to draw in a small curved line that arches down to close off the face. In the top here now, we're going to curve this line all the way around and then in towards our right eye. And we'll continue to extend this through towards the side. Let's draw in the necklace bell first. So we're going to draw in a small circle on a diagonal underneath the chin. To the left of this, let's curve this line out, in, and then back out. And then to the right of that, we're going to curve that out, in, and then back out. Let's close this off with a curved line from left to right on the bottom. And then we'll do the same thing on the top. Coming underneath now, let's draw in a small half circle. To the right of this, we're going to draw in a small diagonal line, and then we'll do the same thing on the left. To the right now for the arm, we're going to draw in a diagonal line that comes up, Coming down on a diagonal now, we're going to draw in the triangle that they're holding. So we're going to draw in a small diagonal line that comes up. We'll bring this diagonal line out towards the right. Stepping down, we'll replicate that, making that longer. And then stepping down again, we're going to replicate that, ending that at the same height. Let's draw a straight line, closing that off. On the top now, we'll bring this diagonal line up towards the top. We'll bring this through underneath, curving that down. Stepping in, we'll replicate that, curving that in. On the bottom, we'll bring a diagonal line that comes out. And then the same thing underneath to the side. Now on the top, we're going to bring this diagonal line out. We'll do the same thing on the bottom. Now we're going to close this off with a curved line from the bottom to the top. We'll do the same thing on the top. Let's draw a small curved line arching that down on the top and the bottom. And now let's frame in the rest of the hand. So we're going to curve this line around and then in. Coming underneath, we'll continue to extend this through, curving this around and then out. Behind this, we're going to draw in an oval, curving this around and then in. And then to the left of this, we're going to draw in a curved line from top to bottom. Let's close off the body now. So on the left-hand side, we're going to draw in a small diagonal line. We'll continue to extend this all the way around and then in. To the right of this for the body now, we're going to curve this line out towards the side. On the side of this now, we're going to curve this line out, bringing this around and then in towards the bottom. On the inside, we're going to curve this line out, ending that on a diagonal. Let's close this off with a curved line on the bottom now from left to right, arching that around and then up. And then coming up, we're going to curve this line up and then across. Let's draw in a sideways oval for the bottom of the foot. On the inside, let's curve this line around and then in. And then where the knee is bending, we're just going to curve this line all the way around and then in towards the side. Let's draw on the cow pattern here. So we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then from the corner, we're going to curve this around and out. On the inside, we're going to draw in a small curved line that arches out. On the bottom, let's curve that down. And then we'll do the same thing as we come up towards the bell. Let's draw in the stick now. So on the left-hand side, coming further out, we're going to curve this line around and then back in. And then on the top, we're going to curve this up and then back down. Let's close off the top of the arm. We're going to curve this line up and then over. On the bottom, let's curve this line out towards the left. To close off the side now, we're going to draw in a curved line connecting that to the bottom. Stepping up, we're going to curve this line around and then down. And then around this, we're going to draw in an oval, curving this around and then back in. Lastly, let's draw in our tail. So on the top, let's curve this line out. On the bottom, we'll replicate that, curving that around and then up. Let's draw in a curved line, arching this across, connecting that to those lines, bringing that up. On the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line up towards the top, arching that in. And then to the right of that, we're going to curve that around and then down. And that is it. That's how you draw Melody Moosical, a fan-made smiling critter from Poppy Playtime. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I will see you all on the next one.